We have a lot of really cool stuff to go through here in this video. Yet again, Treyarch is bringing us some new information for Firebase Z DLC 1 for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and it is revealing a lot of important information for this map, including the status of Samantha. Samantha Maxis' contact in Firebase Z. This mysterious R character has been revealed. We have some intro cutscene details here. What is the intro cutscene going to be? They're pretty much outlining what we're going to be seeing here for the beginning of this new DLC Zombies map. So super cool information to go through here. I'm going to give a huge quick thank you to you guys. Last video we hit 500 likes. We also smashed through 64k. So seriously, thank you guys so much. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're grinding our way towards 100k, I guess. That's going to be insane to see. But let's get started here with Firebase Z. Before we go through anything, I want to add this here very quickly. This is from Reddit. I'll leave a link down below. What if the loading screen for Firebase Z was a Black Ops 2 loading screen? And just look at this here. A couple seconds. I just want to look at this. This is so beautiful, and I miss these types of loading screens in Zombies. Omega Outpost 25, Quezon Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Firebase Z. The loading screens just hit back then, and the Cold War loading screens aren't the same. It seems like I'm loading into a multiplayer match. I love Maschine, I love Cold War Zombies, but the loading screens were a lot better back in the day, especially with Black Ops 2 Zombies. So let me know down below, do you agree with me here? Do you want them to go back to this style of a loading screen, or do you not mind the new Cold War Zombies loading screen style? But let's go through the new information here. A bunch of key storyline information, again, especially for the map, the storyline, the Easter egg, the intro cutscene, all of this good stuff. The R character has been revealed here. It looks like it isn't Richthofen, but let's go into this here. We're gonna say sorry in advance. I'm probably not gonna pronounce this correctly, but it says here, Kapitan Sergei Ravenov, 32, strong, smart, disciplined, vicious, a ruthless killer. As a counterterrorism operator in Spetsgruppe Alpha, he has served in the Caribbean, Central America, Angola, and Afghanistan, always leading his units with distinction. There are few as loyal to the motherland as Ravenov. A request he be transferred to Spetsgruppe Omega has been approved, effective immediately. His dedication to the Soviet Union means he will carry out any order without question, which will make him invaluable to our operations. We could use more men like him. As a true believer, we know he would never betray his country. Now, at first glance, this doesn't seem like anything too crazy. Omega Group is just recruiting this super smart, strong, disciplined person for their investigations and stuff like that. But it seems a bit ironic that all of these letters are this R character writing to Samantha Maxis, and we know Samantha Maxis definitely isn't a part of the Omega Group. So why is this R character that apparently is so dedicated and loyal to Omega Group writing to Samantha Maxis, which clearly is at odds with Omega Group and their sort of findings and their goals? This is cool because all of the letters that we have seen is this R character, Ravnov, really writing to Samantha and revealing all of the locations, all of the secrets of this Omega Outpost 25. This Ravnov guy is telling Samantha Maxis, new Omega teleportation system connects the village to the Omega facility, Dr. Peck's personal quarters, Omega scientists in charge of this Outpost 25. Scientist quarters team reviews Dark Ether intelligence here. So this guy, who's a part of Omega Group, who's supposed to be trustworthy, is leaking all of this information to Samantha Maxis. Now, it could be the other way around, but it seems like here, this is just a flat out snitch in the Omega Group. That's what's going on here. And the next piece of intel that was just revealed today by Treyarch pretty much confirms that. Agent Samantha Maxis, formerly an operative for the BND, 6 months ago, she acquired stolen Soviet intelligence pertaining to Project Endstation, which is Maschine. Soon after, she suspected she'd been compromised and went rogue. It is believed that she has aligned herself with Requiem and the CIA. We have learned she may have an informant inside our Omega facility. She wishes to expose Omega Group. Whether those are Requiem's orders or her own agenda remain unclear. Report any sightings and do not approach. She is not to be underestimated. So, and that's from Dr. Peck too. So Dr. Peck is on to Maxis, and he's also on to the secret informant within Omega Group, which is clearly this Ravenov guy who is sending all of this information, leaking all of this information to Samantha Maxis. So this is setting up to be a very interesting storyline here, and these, keep in mind, are all events leading up to Firebase Z. That's why the intro cutscene for this DLC 1 Firebase Z map will pretty much be a culmination of all of these letters that Ravenov is writing to Samantha Maxis, and Samantha Maxis going to Omega Group, finding out all of this information and talking about all of this stuff, and then at the end of the intro cutscene, it most likely is her being captured by Omega Group, because Treyarch has already confirmed when they first revealed Firebase Z that Samantha Maxis has been captured. We're going into Firebase Z already knowing that she's been captured. It's not like she's going to be captured at the end of the Firebase Z Easter egg. She's already captured. And going into this map, the main Easter egg will most likely be trying to find Samantha Maxis or save her or something like that. All of this intel, everything here with the, informant Ravenov and him sending all of these letters to Samantha Maxis, this is all the lead up to Firebase Z. And this intro cutscene is going to give us some really juicy details as to how all of this is playing out. We're going to see how Samantha Maxis is actually captured, what happens to Ravenov, because think about it, if Samantha Maxis was finally captured, it seems like they would have figured out Ravenov is the guy in Omega Group that was the snitch, that was the informant. You could see here from this first intel, the intel document is bloody, maybe hinting at something bad happening to Ravenov, him finally being, killed for what was going on here. He betrayed his country, he betrayed the Soviet Union, and it's pretty funny how this intel document is just going straight for his loyalty, and obviously he ends up doing the opposite in this game. So Treyarch also gave us some information on Dr. William Peck, 43 years old, program manager at the Department of Defense in charge of one of their directed energy weapon laboratories. Doctorate in theoretical physics, age 20, with an IQ of 179. Peck shows exceptional intelligence. However, his conceited and abrasive behavior has made him hard to work with. Reports say he displays a lack of empathy, which borders on an undiagnosed sociopathy disorder. This has led him to be passed on for promotion repeatedly. Our asset inside the agency believes with the right career opportunity and payment incentive, he can be turned. He would be an excellent gain for the Soviet Union and would make an exemplary candidate for Omega's exoscientific phenomena research lead. And this is from Dr. Valentina. So this is just a bit of a backstory on Dr. William Peck, pretty much showing his qualifications, how he got to Omega Group, and potentially what issues we may have with Dr. Peck, on top of, what he's doing with Omega Group and why it's for the Soviet Union and at odds with Requiem and the CIA. He also has these empathy issues. He may be a sociopath that may play a role into, why and how he captured Samantha Maxis, what's going to happen next for the rest of the storyline, not only in Firebase Z, but also for the rest of the DLC maps. So some pretty interesting information here. And I definitely think a lot of the intel that we're going to see in Firebase Z and potentially the Easter egg steps will expand upon Dr. Peck a lot more than just this. Super cool to see. Again, the storyline is playing out to be super insane. And again, this is all before the map even starts. So I can't even imagine what we're going to be doing and what new revelations we see for Firebase Z in terms of, again, are we saving Samantha Maxis? Is she going to, be brought to another Omega outpost and we're kind of just going to be played in this new location? It's really setting up to be very interesting. We'll probably learn more about other potential informants in Omega Group. We'll definitely learn more about Dr. Peck. Dr. Peck is the evil character, the antagonist in this game. He's going to be the evil head that we're going to be hearing a lot about from Omega Group, and maybe we'll have some sort of crazy encounter with him at some point in Firebase Z. Whether or not we see him directly, we just hear him in the background. he turns into like a boss zombie or something insane like that. You know, there's so many different possibilities here, but we're going to be seeing a lot about Dr. Peck, and especially the intro cutscene. We'll learn more about how Ravenov was captured, how they figured out that he was the informant, how they captured Samantha Maxis, and you know, how we're gonna save her throughout this map. So much cool stuff will be discovered in this map. It's going to be insanely cool. Definitely can't wait for this. Again, I've been saying this storyline, what's going on in Firebase Z, is setting up to be so much more interesting than Die Maschine. Again, I have to clarify, I love Die Maschine. It's a really great launch map, but the storyline just wasn't that interesting. You really didn't know what was going on, and then once you did discover what was going on and you understood the concept of Die Maschine, it was kind of just boring. It was a little bland. It was kind of just there. But now Firebase Z, we kind of have some different elements to the storyline that makes things a bit more interesting. We actually have some questions in our head as to really what exactly is going to happen next and how is all of this occurring. It's actually getting very interesting. So super hyped to see what we get here, especially for the Easter egg ending cutscene. Hopefully we actually do get a solid ending cutscene for Firebase Z, and it's not an exfil. It's not a big deal if we don't get a cutscene, but it's a lot better than an exfil. Even if we get something like Black Ops 4, which still wasn't even a full-on animated cutscene, that would be a lot better than just an exfil in the game. So hopefully we get something a little better than the exfil. But let me know down below, what do you guys think about this new information here? Any theories, ideas you have about what's going to be occurring in Firebase Z? Leave a comment down below. Samantha, if you watch the whole video, it is greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out.